Hi, guys.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Parlour Tea.
Hi.
So, very exciting night for us. We actually have guests in the parlor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always wonderful when we bring our friends here. So, we have the Brothers Cuneo with us tonight. We have Christopher and Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys want to give a little background on what you do?
Well,
What
first,
makes you so cool?
first, I like to start out by thanking all of our IHH team.
Get your banner going.
Our team of was that?
I'm going to get your banner going
Okay,
while
great.
you talk.
I'd like to thank all of our IHH team of volunteers, which help us get so much more done and make more of an impact as the Iron Heart Day Co. So thank you, team and volunteers. Gregory and I will tell you a little bit about what we do. We'll actually do a little backstory.
Absolutely.
So during COVID, like everybody else, there's a lot of TV watching, a lot of streaming being done, and we got to start streaming Shudder. So
Shudder is
and
also Tubi.
And we started seeing, we fell down the rabbit hole of
Hi, Sarah.
of them Pluto and Tubi and all that, and Shudder.
We got to watch all like horror movies that we've been wanting to watch throughout the years.
Yeah, like Giallos. We went mad on
Giallos.
So we became huge fans of the Giallo.
Yeah.
So during that, me and my brother, unfortunately, we've never found,
Well, we've
long
had
term. Yeah, I had one long term.
I had long term.
But in the recent years, it's just been me and Greg. So
we live with each
I was like, Greg, I think we need to leave a legacy as the brothers, because everybody says we have such a great dynamic together.
Chemistry.
We affectionately call each other the cat dog.
Cat dog.
Cartoon.
Did somebody come up with it?
Somebody might have come up with it, but we've been using that for many years now, and I totally embrace it. But so we were actually watching a lot of movies, wanted to leave a legacy, and a big thing. And I don't know if you noticed it, but calendar days, and I don't know how long that's been going on. I've been doing a little research or whatever. There's some people that have actually created like 100 holidays.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of different holidays that just didn't exist before.
Yeah. And now any holiday can exist. So. But we wanted to get it out there and to be the first horror holiday, because we just felt,
except for Halloween.
Well, but
that's a given.
But that's the point, though, of I Heard Horror, because we focus mainly on horror.
Yeah.
Halloween can get very diluted.
Correct.
By a lot of corny stuff. Every girl dressed in like the slutty milkshake or whatever. Can you make a slutty costume? There's a
that's your costume.
There you go.
So
you get residuals for that.
A dirty Happy Meal.
It's already taken a turn, guys. Already.
So I said, hey, if they can have those holidays, I think we can make a second Halloween, but a horror Halloween.
Yes.
So that's where I Heard Horror Day was born. That was when it was born.
Say that you've been doing this for years, even before COVID. You've been looking at the holidays.
Yeah, I have a very obsessive nature.
He still does that today,
So everything is pretty much done by theme in my life. Like
I love a theme.
Yeah,
I love a theme.
Every day, if there's somebody's birthday, somebody like an actor,
right?
We'll watch that actor's movie.
Wow.
I'm sorry. You get bonus points.
Available in men's size.
That was a good one.
That is a good one. That's going to be a thing now. Just
slutty milkshake.
Yeah,
the new hashtag.
Yeah.
Slutty Happy Meals. It's just slutty.
That's hot. I like that.
Okay, back to
slutty Happy
back
Meal.
in.
Oh yeah, so we wanted to create a second Halloween, but a horror version, and we wanted to be perfectly on the calendar where it should be. So one of the reasons why we choose February is because I am not a fan of Valentine's Day.
There's so many people that say that there should be a second Halloween at Valentine's Day.
Exactly, and I heard those people, and I said, "Damn it, we're gonna make a second Halloween." And it's going to be a horror one, and it was kind of inspired also by My Bloody Valentine, because it's actually what I look forward to every February. Is to watch that movie.
1981.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, 1981.
So from there, we said, all right, what day in February? And we didn't want to do it too close to February 14th because I mean, a lot of people already have their anti-Valentine's days and stuff like that. So George Romero, thanks. Actually, let me strike that reverse. Everything on social media is, knowledge is there. I mean, a lot of it's not true, of course. That's why you got to fact check nowadays. Like, I'm finding out that everybody online is putting the wrong birthdays.
The wrong birthdays.
Or usually I would be like, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday. Let's share this.
They'll be like, it's Carrie Fisher's birthday. And I'm like, wait a minute. She's born in like October.
I might lie about the year, but.
Oh, no. The day. Like, it's like some people say, like, someone's born in June when they're born on the, like, maybe in December.
Right.
Or another part of the year. So now you got to fact check that. But when Facebook started, everybody was doing it correctly, and I was able to find out that both George Romero and Alice Cooper, two of my favorite people and heroes, share February 4th as their birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
So we said the moon aligns, the moon, the stars, the sun align, everything aligned to
the births aligned.
Yeah, to have this holiday on that day. So cool. That's where it came about and started surfacing, but then getting it into recognized as a holiday would be the next thing.
Right.
Now, a lot of people, they make holidays. They start it and they just every year they celebrate, and then eventually it's hearsay and it's going to be.
It becomes a thing that way.
It becomes a thing.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be registered, so I first went to National Calendar, which
National Day Calendar.
They're huge. Okay. I mean, they have like calendars that you could buy in the store or whatever. We had one.
Like ShopRite.
Yeah, we got it at ShopRite actually, and but you have to be around a long time already. Okay. You have to establish. You have to pay like $4,000 to get it registered. So I'm like,
even more than that.
So I'm like, what am I going to do? So we're good friends with a man called Ron McCloskey. He is the greatest Adams family, Charles Adams historian that I know. And I became friends with him working in Westfield. So
Westfield is a cool place.
Westfield's one of my favorite places. Actually,
we can talk about that later.
Yeah. So, and I'm actually an honorary Westphalian, even though I don't live there. The mayor and the councilwoman they made me that. So at least I call that home, my second home. So getting back into the holiday, so we went to Ron McCloskey, which I did an interview for, an article I did for Weird New Jersey on Charles Adams. He's also a huge Frankenstein fan. So it was the Adams family and Frankenstein that ruled.
Two of my favorites.
That ruled his life.
Frankenstein's the best.
The monster.
The
Frankenstein
monster.
Okay.
So because of all those years that he was into Frankenstein, he and since he was a little kid, it brought him happiness. He's like, let's make a holiday called Frankenstein Friday, not to be confused with Frankenstein Day, which is in August
because of Mary Shelley's birthday.
Yeah. So he's like, let's do one close to Halloween, so we can celebrate Frankenstein around Halloween time. So I was like, I got him on the horn, and I said, Ron, how did you get Frankenstein Friday? Because I saw, you see people celebrating Frankenstein Friday.
Yeah, we knew about
all over the internet.
Yeah.
What's the date? Do you know?
It's the last Friday.
It would be the last Friday of
October. Okay, we'll have to make that a thing here.
Halloween season.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I reached out to him and I said, Ron, how did you get that holiday? Whatever. He says, he name dropped Chase's calendar events, which I never heard of to that point. And I was like, all right, I'm going to give it a shot. We wrote a little descriptive of what we were going for, and the woman that runs the editor, Holly McGuire, she loved it because we wanted to get away from the mushiness of Valentine's Day.
And there's nothing going on in February.
Yeah, give somebody something to do.
Something like right in the middle of winter.
Yeah, not to focus on people that are lost in love or that's what, and it happens a lot. You either you lost your loved one and you're missing them, or you never had one. He
didn't mention this, but I am a Valentine's Day. It's not my favorite holiday, but I do like Valentine's Day.
Well, you're a Cancer.
Yeah, exactly. We're very emotional.
You are. Yes.
I love love. I love love, but in this case, I love horror, and that's why I Heart Horror became. a thing.
So it's February 4th
Yes.
every year.
Yes.
And it's legitimately February 4th.
Yes.
It's in
Awesome.
Chase's calendar events.
It's in a big book
Yeah.
like this big, which
Yeah.
has every event that goes
That's
on.
so
every
cool.
holiday. Yeah.
And people at the library, they use it for like if somebody wants to throw a party and they're like, well, what theme can I have? What's going on that weekend
Oh,
or
that's
day?
so cool.
Yeah.
You know, and they said, oh, there's I Heart Horror, and it's all
Yeah.
about celebrating
The
horror.
The first year when we put in Chase's calendar events, before we, because it was around the time of our first event that we were doing. But February 4th actually
Where's the
fell
library?
out. What are you looking
Oh, here
for?
it is. Got
Fell
it.
out on a Saturday, so that was our first con. Actually, was on our actual
Yes.
holiday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Which we pushed to get past it because we went and to have an actual inaugural celebration because that would have been that was Alice Cooper's 75th.
yeah.
So we wanted to
That's
be extra
even more
special for
perfect.
him
Yeah.
on his
Yeah.
75th. So it was a Saturday. On again, the moons, the stars, the sun, everything aligning for us to have that perfect inaugural show.
No, but saying about the whole mask making thing that we saw that somebody in was it Illinois?
Yes, the Midwest.
One of the libraries was doing a mask making thing for I Heart
And
Horror
we
Day.
stumbled upon it, and my friend
Get
my
out.
friend
This was
Holly
the first year that
sent
we
it
were
to
ever.
me, the link, and my stomach dropped, and I'm like, oh, I missed it. Somebody had that.
Yeah,
idea
took our-
already.
They were celebrating yours.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a second, it's Chase's calendar events. That's ours or whatever.
Well, yeah, because they found it in the library.
They found it in the library because that's
Oh,
what,
that's so
that's
cool.
what it's
That's
for.
that's your measure of success right there. That's your bar.
Yeah,
Other people are celebrating it.
yeah, and that was right from the beginning. So
Yeah.
I mean,
First year.
we were pretty lucky. So getting back to the event, it became a charity because we found out from Holly before she passed it. She reached out one last time and said, "Just that day is also World Cancer Day. Will that be a problem?" I said, "Absolutely not. It's actually better that way because fortunately George Romero passed away from lung cancer or whatever. So I wanted to do something in his honor." Deeper, and Suzanne, his wife, is doing a lot to continue his legacy. But I wanted to help her out, and I wanted to get this holiday passed so we get to raise money for these guys.
The Garth Network.
Yeah, so
that's one of our charities.
So we originally wanted to raise money for Garth, but then when we found out that the Deborah actually was into what we were doing, when we welcomed them to come to our show and to raise some money.
Well, we one of our first organizers, one of my best friends, Lisa. She was part of our group. She's not that she's no longer with us because of what was that word? Unamicable terms. Or
well, she lost a dog a few years ago,
and
which was kind of like a child to her, and she still haven't gotten over it.
Yeah, so she couldn't. She had to step down from doing stuff for us.
But she at least made the call to Deborah to lock that in, and for them to be involved.
And they were right on
partnering
board
with us.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
So the whole event isn't just. I mean, it's fantastic that it's a celebration of horror in the middle of winter. That's wonderful in and of itself. But it also serves a purpose.
Yeah,
greater purpose.
It's a day of service. We consider a day of service.
Yeah, we consider
phenomenal.
A hard
amazing
day of service.
Yeah.
Like Martin Luther. I'm not going to compare it to Martin Luther King Day, but I mean, I celebrate Martin Luther King Day every year, and I make sure I do something humanitarian, and that's kind of what we want to do. We want to show that there's a lot of heart in people that love horror.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's that whole legacy that you're talking about. It's not, you're not going to have a legacy if you're not leaving behind something really amazing. And this is what you're doing. You're building that. That's beautiful.
And thanks to people like you that you both you get
That
it.
are creepy.
My favorite type of people.
Yeah, there you go.
As long as you're not
feel so at home in
Cookie's
Parlour.
not bad.
We get a little kooky sometimes.
Yeah, it depends.
Cookie's
Depends on the
fantastic.
day. I mean, the Adamses were kooky. It's in their theme
Well,
song.
that's exactly.
Creepy, kooky, spooky.
That's actually what I embrace the most is
Yeah.
is the kooky side of horror, and that's
I
why
I like the drama. The
I like this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, Alice Cooper is he's really into not only horror, but he loves comedy.
yeah.
He's
yeah.
he's like a vaudevillian guy.
Yeah.
So I said, what better people like George and him, because George also had an awesome sense of humor.
Charles Adams,
Yeah.
brilliant sense of humor.
Yeah, well, he's one of my heroes. He's like,
Me too.
if I can get the money for ink, I want to definitely get John Aston, to be exact. I want to get a nice portrait of John Aston on my leg.
We went down that road. Christopher, like he was saying before, he works every October. I don't know if you ever heard of Adams Fest.
Of course.
Okay.
We've been there. Of course.
He does art there.
Yeah, I do some sort of art every year. I've done the windows.
I don't know if
last year I did sculpture.
Yeah, they have like an underpass.
Yeah.
Have like all his one of his is on there.
My mural is always under there.
Nice.
Along with my friend Gina Machino, which she was supposed to be at the car show, but unfortunately there's a few people that can't do the
rain date.
The rain date, yes. So I saw that you guys shared the rain date. Thank you for.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
As soon as
we're going to be at the I Heart Horror car show July 7th.
Mhm.
Yes.
Keep getting the 7th and the 9th.
I felt so bad. Like you
7th.
gave us a shout out, and I saw the excitement in your eyes. I was like, "Oh, Chris,
That's
I'm
okay.
Like, Genevieve's up."
It was
Genevieve will settle down. She'll get used to it. She's fine as long as we're still doing it.
But like everybody said, people would have been miserable in that. When that heat.
It was rough. Sunday was rough.
And it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't rain. That was
Right.
what Chad was afraid of.
Yeah.
The ice cream.
It didn't rain, but if we did go, it would have rained. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
I bring the rain.
You do.
I bring the rain. Yeah.
And if it was a
Yeah.
cool rain, I mean, but the cars would not be happy about
Our
that.
stuff would not be happy in the rain
Yeah.
either.
So let's
John would not have been happy in the rain.
let's reach out, to whoever above us or whoever you talk to, or the
I
angels.
got you. Don't worry.
Yes, and
Hi,
let's have the
Karen.
7th be okay.
Well, 7's a good number. So
7 is a good number.
They've already started hashtag
everyone's-
slutty milk.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hi,
It's
Rachel.
becoming-
Like I said,
It's
hopefully you get a
becoming a
percent.
thing.
that is
Karen.
fantastic.
So since you talked about it, I'm going to just put one of my questions in here.
Okay,
So then
let's hear
what is your favorite horror movie?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
He says
Yours
that
too?
right. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre made me who I am today. Like I mentioned,
I
my
love
nickname
Texas
is
That
Chainsaw
James.
says a lot.
Me,
Yeah.
comedy and horror. Actually, I saw, and this is ridiculous, but I saw Summer School first, and I saw how so obsessed that the character was, this horror character, which I was, with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I watched it, and I got it. I understood exactly why he loved that movie so much, and why he was named after.
I
yeah.
like that movie as well, but I like the second one better. I didn't know it's.
Oh,
Chris
so
loves
do
it.
I.
We both love the second
Yeah.
I know the second
No,
one. is
Chop
better.
Top.
That's more
So-
comedy.
So, what's your favorite horror movie?
Yeah.
Mine too. It's a tie between Poltergeist and Hellraiser.
Yeah.
I'm like, it depends on my mood.
Poltergeist thing, and I always think, even though me and Chris talk about this all the time, probably Gremlins.
I love
I like
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
That was a
But-
good one.
Poltergeist, hands down, scared
Oh, yeah.
me so badly, but also cued me right into the paranormal. I was like, that is what I want to do. I want to be around that all the time.
It's just funny
I can see that.
that Christopher he loves Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's Toby Hooper. Poltergeist is Toby Hooper. We both
Yeah,
love
so
those
our
are two-
favorite two horror movies are
Toby
Toby Hooper.
Hooper.
I
So,
got way too excited that we have the same favorite horror movie.
Outside of George Romero, Toby Hooper is definitely the man.
Right.
I mean, we love Wes.
John
Wes-
Carpenter.
We love Wes.
Yeah,
You know
Wes
what I'm saying?
Craven.
And the list goes on, but the Toby and George are pretty
Yeah,
much
they're like tops to us.
Yeah.
tops to us.
I don't know if I could pick one.
I
I like the older. Like I'm an old, not.
Roger Corman, come on.
Yeah, some of the like. I love Bride of Frankenstein.
No, me
I
too.
love Frankenstein, the Dracula, and Wolfman. I love
Frankenstein
those.
is one of my favorite. The whole story, everything about
Mary
it.
Shelley story.
Mary
yeah.
Shelley, in and of herself,
The
absolutely.
story about the story.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, forget it. The story about the story. And just did all my ancestry stuff, and I am related to Percy Shelley
Oh,
What?
and
Chillis,
Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh,
We'll talk
no.
about that later.
which we're huge fans
Yeah,
of.
we're huge.
I mean, my parents, they brought us traveling a lot.
Yeah.
My dad worked a lot, but he made time for us to go on
Every
some
summer we
car
would go,
trips or
yeah.
whatever.
That's cool.
And we would have to go on. I mean, not that we would have to.
We had to do something educational.
Like we would have to go to a
It
museum.
wasn't just going to the beach and going
Yeah.
to an amusement park.
Yeah.
We had to go to some museum. So we had a lot of the Poe's houses, in
Yeah.
Boston and Maryland. But we haven't yet to go to Virginia,
We want
which
to
is
go
a
Richmond.
bucket list.
Virginia is really cool. I went. I was driving back from a work trip, and I stopped in the Richmond Museum, and they've got so much good Poe memorabilia. They have his clothes that he was found
Ooh,
in. It's amazing.
wow.
But there's another place that's in Petersburg, Virginia, that was a coffee house for a long time. It was the Hiram Haynes Coffee House, and I don't know that it still exists. But at the time, I did like a whole Poe road trip. The Hiram Haynes Coffee House is where Poe and his wife spent their honeymoon.
Wow.
So the owner actually let me go on the second floor where their honeymoon suite was. And it was just like, this is everything I've ever wanted to see.
We need to take a trip to Virginia, West Virginia,
It's cool.
and Virginia.
Because we want to go to the Mothman.
We got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I love the Mothman. I love the Mothman.
and we're trying to go on a pilgrimage to get people to join and hear about and know about I Heart Horror. So
yeah, keep us posted on that. We would like to do something.
Yeah, because we were
wanna do
thinking
trips.
we were going to do trips, but we were also with Sarah. Sarah is one of our friends who is also an historian, but in that creepy realm too.
okay.
And we were going to do a parlor tea with Sarah on haunted houses and haunted hospitals and haunted
And
things.
my sister and I did a podcast for a while called Sinister Sisters. She was on our show last week.
Nice.
And we wanted to hit some of the places that we talked about on there, like the Greenbrier ghost. Have you heard that story?
No.
Greenbrier.
Is that here
Virginia?
in Jersey?
I think it's Virginia,
Virginia
or West Virginia. If my sister's still on, she should let me know where it was.
Sounds like an asylum, please.
Yeah.
It's not. She actually was a ghost who basically stood trial at her own murder. She came to her mother and explained to her mother how she was killed.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I might have read that. I have like those day-to-day calendars, and it has like different stories that it tells you. I might have. And was it the husband that?
Yeah, the husband strangled her, and
Yeah.
he was cleared of it all. And then the mother had this dream and this vision of her daughter coming to her and
Oh, it
explaining.
was in a dream.
Well, she says that it was a vision. And so that she's the only ghost to have been a witness at her own murder trial.
That's wild.
Fascinating
What a
to me.
story. No,
Fascinating.
me too.
Yeah, so
I live for this stuff. My whole life, I've always
same.
loved it.
hence the parlor, right, John?
Yeah,
It's a perfect place too. I feel I mentioned before. When I first came in here, we were aghast at how awesome it is. And
Wow.
That's my
thank
sister's
you.
response.
So
so she said, "I gotta put my glasses on."
I was drinking. You think I remember?
Oh, okay.
I tried.
Yeah, but thank you. We try to curate, the way that this stuff is.
And we want it to be a place that actually is like a homing, like a beacon. Yeah, that's the right word. I couldn't think of the word. Like for people like us. People that love
But
this
there's
stuff.
so many different
Beacon's a
facets
nice
of
way to
it. So
put it.
you have
Yeah.
people that are into that goth, and the people that are into like that horror.
People are
People are in Victorian style type things, because there are some things that are in here.
Well,
but then also the witchy side of it.
well, that's why that's why I thought it was a win-win doing I Heart Horror as a charity, because the community is huge. I mean, there's so many different facets of horror and the people loving supernatural.
Yep.
And Bigfoot hunters and cryptid hunters and stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
we
need
talk those. We need those.
And so many. So when we first started coming up with I Heart Horror Day, it's a celebration of all that is horror in all mediums and forms. Meaning, that's why we have our crafters at our shows, and our filmmakers, and our musicians, and
artists
that all have
and
that
authors.
horror
Yeah,
in
the
common.
authors.
But also the different genres, like people that are into ghosts, people that are into werewolves, people that are into
zombies,
right?
Zombies, and we could all just be happy and just.
Well, you stuck us at the end of when we were there, doing what we were doing, selling our items, and we were
Peddling
surrounded
our
by a
wares.
group of people that were awesome.
Yeah.
The people next to us were great.
Everybody.
The people across
Everybody at
from
that
us.
show.
Joe was from there as well.
And that
So
was
just
like
great.
we left there, and I was like, everybody that was there was
Very
really
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's gives, for me, that speaks a lot to what you guys are doing.
Well, yeah, people always say that you attract. Yeah, you attract the right people to you. You know, sometimes some psychos will be attracted to you.
Well, especially in this genre.
Yeah.
I mean, you get some.
But in general, I mean, because I'm a very caring person. My brother as well.
We realize
as a cancer. I'm more.
No, I was gonna say we realize like some people like we were at a con recently, and a kid was talking to us for like a few hours, and like usually it's like we're there trying to like promote our thing.
Yeah.
But it's like
we want to hear everything.
We want to hear everything he had.
And we wanted to be a friend to somebody that needs somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
That wants to just to be a big horror geek.
Yeah. So you can talk about horror movies.
Just nerd out.
We were in a short film, a horror short film.
Yes, I wasn't. You were.
You mean a horror short film? Really?
Yeah. Do you know Tina Kraus?
Tina Kraus.
Sounds familiar.
Tina's,
is she local or?
Yeah, she
is, but she's a horror actress, and she's a producer or director. Are you
still friends with her?
Yeah.
Why don't you bring her to her?
We will.
Her and Eric.
She's great, and Eric. So it was called Picture Box. It was about, and it actually was presented, and they loved it, the movie or the short film. And then it went to Philly, and then it went to New York to show it.
Oh, so they had like a tour.
Yeah, it was like
that's
fantastic.
So we're gonna do a showing here too.
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing it with
We'll let you guys know.
Well,
it was filmed in here. And John and Rick were in it. Danny's got a piece of art that's in it. It's a sculpture, and he was like kind of ended up being the big
focal point. But
yeah.
Eric and Tina they're awesome. They're awesome. They try to push and promote us.
Please tell them. Have you mentioned us to them yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll connect. We'll connect after.
Keep on bringing that family in.
Because we were talking about this before. We try to go for the littler people, like the behind the scenes people. The people that not everybody knows.
Well, do you know Kathy?
Put the spotlight on that.
Yeah. No, I think that's amazing.
Yes.
In Asbury Park.
I finally connected with her.
She's awesome. I met her at a convention. I met Adam and Amy from Kindred Spirits.
Okay.
And then they said, "Oh, you should come on a
one of their tours there."
One of their tours, but they were doing an investigation at Berkeley the next day. So, anyways, we ended up meeting. We became friends with her, and then we've been friends since. So
I have to. If you guys want to reach out to her again, we went to support her at the Devil Festival.
Oh yeah.
Which
that's a fun time.
Well, we had a great time because we ran into a friend of ours named Alex Dawson, which does amazing. Actually, if you have a time to look into Alex Dawson, there's too much to mention that he does. But we started knowing about him because, again, theme. It's all about theme. And he used to do a Twilight Zone, a live action radio show.
Every New Year's Eve, they would do a Twilight Zone.
On New Year's Eve.
Cool.
So
we never got to him.
We never got to it.
We always wanted to, but we never got to him.
But we did meet one of his partners, one of the guys that he works with on these, Michael Jarmus, which does his War of the Worlds reading.
And Grover's Mill
cool.
Does he still do it every year?
Well, that's where we saw it. I don't know if he's still doing it.
They have a coffee house in Grover's Mill, and he would do. When we met him, Michael Jarmus, he was doing it,
and we were very excited that they had a. I'm sorry to get off topic, but you're gonna realize I do that a lot.
It's
I do it all the time.
But I'm very proud of New Jersey being connected to the supernatural as much as it is.
That's another thing with us too, with IR.
Even though that was just it was fiction, you know what I'm saying? It was still history.
Yeah.
And and a lot of people. I mean, there's this famous in pictures and photography of what was going on and the craziness that the his reading Orson Welles' reading put on people that.
No, I was going to say with New Jersey, we try to. That's another thing. Me and my brother have such pride for New Jersey, and we don't
give up on it. A lot of people leave, and
a lot of people don't understand how much New Jersey is responsible for.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the horror genre. you know. So we always try to spotlight New Jersey. Like when it comes to like the con, we'll have people from like this past one we had people from Clerks like Scott Schiaffo and
which are very proud to be in the area that he's from. Red Bank is, Leonardo is not too far from where we live.
Well, I do the ghost tour here in town, and I also do the ghost tour in Red Bank, and there is so much history here that people don't even know about, and people are always like, well, why is it so haunted? Like, well, there's
layers of things that have happened there.
Thousands of years of history here. There's a lot of things that happened that were kind of troubling in this area.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, of course, we had our Revolutionary Wars.
Yeah.
We pushed out a lot of Indians, which they weren't too happy about. So a lot of negativity is connected with that.
Oh, yeah.
The first white man to be killed by a Native American was in Brighton, Keensburg.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I think that's cool as hell.
Yeah, I mean, we got the shark attacks. We got
the 1616. Yeah,
we got pirates all across the eastern seaboard. We got rum runners, prohibition, all this stuff that happened here.
But to get back to what I was saying about the War of the Worlds. So
yeah, sorry, we got
tangents. So
it's fine. We can talk for
many years ago. Many years ago, I said to Gregory and my mother, "Let's take a ride to where Grover's Mills is, the real Grover's Mills, or whatever." Yeah. And there was nothing there, nothing connected to do with the history that was before they put the metal plaque up by the park. That was before this coffee house. All there was there was a mill.
Was the water tower there?
The water tower was there, of course. But all there was a mill in town, which had like a little alien like light up, like one of those figurines that you put like Christmas and Halloween ones.
Right. Yeah,
and that was it.
Little blow mold.
That was it. The blow mold, exactly. And then we found about this reading that Jarmus was doing, at the Grover's Mill Coffee House, and we went over there and we're like, "Oh, this is fantastic!" They embraced the whole, the legacy of it with the movies and the books and the TV, and they got local artists doing their interpretations of it on the walls.
Yeah, if you ever go down at is it called Grover's Mill Coffee House?
Grover's Mill Coffee.
But they have like a mural. It's right by Princeton.
Oh, so that's not far. That could be a parlor trip.
Mm. Yeah, you should. And there's a new owner now, but
they saw the memorabilia.
He's very dedicated to the place.
Cool.
He wants it to be as special as it was with the original owner. So you should check it out when you get a chance.
I don't know why I'm thinking, because I always think of things, but I miss the drive-in movies.
Oh, for sure. Don't get me started.
Too bad there wasn't a way that you could incorporate like that.
We're looking into it. I am. When you ask me what my favorite horror movie is, well, I say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But the first horror movie that I ever saw was Jaws, and it was actually the first movie.
Best movie ever. Best still think it's the best movie ever.
I was sleeping. My parents were on a date, and they couldn't get somebody to watch me, so they're like, "Oh, Chris will just sleep through the movie." I woke up and I saw the head with the eye hanging out.
I still scream every time. I know it's coming.
So good.
You were at a drive-in when it happened.
Yeah.
Like you were at because Amboy Multiplex.
Oh, yeah.
Which used to be a drive-in.
They just demolished it. And I was heartbroken about that.
So you're right over the bridge.
I actually fought for them to keep it just as a just to put a skin over it and to have people paint on it. I wanted murals on it because for years and years and years, for like 20 years, it was sitting there. It was just falling apart.
In 2005, it closed.
But it extremely hurt the day that it got.
I think Revenge of the Sith was
more than anything.
When I went to that drive-in, it was always a double feature. It was always the kiddie movie in the beginning, and then at the end they showed you the major movie that it was.
So with the kids would. It would be like
it would be like Thank God It's Friday.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I remember
so it'd be a kiddie movie, and then
there would be the feature presentation.
Gotcha.
Right? And it was The Godfather
and Texas Chainsaw.
And I ended up waking up when the horse's head was in the bag.
What? Oh,
so
wow.
I was like, okay,
that is so cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I can watch horror 24/7.
Yeah, me too.
I do.
That's our comfort. We go right to
that's
horror.
Actually one of
there we got the address right there, Grover's Mill Coffee Company. $2.95.
Somebody brought it up?
No, Holly
Princeton.
did.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Holly.
She's
Thank you.
watching. Hi, Holly.
Thank
I was going to
you.
mention that when we went to Grover's Mill Coffee House, we went with Holly.
Holly is actually one of my oldest friends. I've known her, not old, I hate using that word old, but longest friends.
Mhm.
We've known each other since we're 16. And she has a love of horror, but classic horror,
Yeah.
and which I always respected about her.
Mhm.
She'll watch a black and white movie, which a lot of people won't nowadays,
I do.
unfortunately.
Bela Lugosi. I still swoon.
Oh, yeah.
The original Haunting.
Oh, we
Oh,
should,
the original
speaking
ones,
of Bela Lugosi, did you see the Nosferatu trailer?
Yes.
That's good.
That's perfect. It's the director is the right choice. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So so Holly, which is watching us and supporting us, she's also we named her vice president of vice president.
Yeah, last week
we're the
you did.
presidents
Yeah.
and co-creators, but she is the vice president now of
Oh,
Iron
cool.
Heart.
Yeah.
So she we love you, and I made the statement earlier about the team and how
He
important that the team and volunteers
Which was
are
great.
to Iron Heart. So,
Because that's it.
But
right?
what
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking was that if you guys were able to obtain a place that you could do, like weekend, like you could do.
well, we're friends.
horror
We're
movies
friends with
and
Virgil.
drive-in,
We're friends
you
with Virgil, which
You can have
runs the
people-
Mahani. He was at our first Iron Heart. He couldn't make it to this
There's a
last
place
one.
Chris, there's a place in Lehigh called the Mahaning.
Mhm.
And we're huge fans
yeah.
of them. And we met Joe Bob there. And Joe Bob says that the
Yeah,
Well,
Driving
we
will
know
never
Joe Bob the
die.
Driver, yeah.
Yeah.
but I mean, to get back to the Amboy Multiplex. So I wanted to do something that was gonna make people a little happier before it got knocked down.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, it
they
didn't happen.
didn't.
I was all these ideas were going through. Like, let's reach out to Joe Bob and let's write the driver will never die on the building before they do knock it down or whatever. But unfortunately,
It's completely gone.
well, it sat
Yeah.
there for so many years,
Yeah.
and then once the news was it was coming down, they didn't waste no more time, and
Yeah.
then like they did like a week, it was
And
gone.
the sign is still up though on the one side.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever going to come down. If they're just going to decide to keep it
I
up.
remember when we used to go down the shore. It was like a contest to see if you could read all of the movies that were on that.
before you got to
before
the-
you got over the before you.
Oh,
got
at
past
the
it.
Animals,
Yeah.
that's so
That's-
cool.
I don't think any of us ever got it.
But we also have the right here in town. We had the one where the Hazlitt one is now. That used to
Oh,
be
yeah.
a drive-in as
Costco,
well.
Yep.
And that was
in a movie.
a movie was filmed there. Yeah, the intro, and it was filmed at the drive-in. Whatever, it's a Thanksgiving movie that a lot of people
It's a
don't know
horror.
about.
It's considered horror thing.
It's called Blood Rage.
Yeah, Blood
Blood
Rage.
Rage.
Ever
So-
seen Blood-
If nobody knows about this Thanksgiving horror movie, go check it out. Blood Rain. She was filmed
yeah, Blood Rage.
right there in Hazlitt.
That's not cranberry
No.
sauce.
Yeah.
So do you remember Alone in the Dark?
Did you see that one yet?
It's old.
We just
oh,
finally
God.
watched the Donald Sutherland movie.
Yeah, we finally watched Don't Look Now.
Don't Look Now.
Oh.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember seeing it.
Oh, it's a gorgeous movie. It's
But it was
all about the cinematography.
Alone in the Dark was filmed in Staten Island.
Oh, it was.
On New York Lane, and we saw them doing something. It was at an ice cream shop called Seduto's, and we ran in and we gave them a hard time. We were like, "Can we be in the movie? Can we be in the movie? Can we be in the movie?"
So
They gave us ice cream and they stuck us in the part, but we were never in the movie.
Oh.
And we were so aggravated.
You were on
But you were also-
we were little.
Well, you were
but
part
we
of-
wanted to be
you
in
were
it.
part of history. I
Well,
mean,
we wanted to be in that sucker. but-
yeah,
Yeah.
you were there when it was happening.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I try to do that as much as I can, even if I'm not going to be in the movie or on a TV show. I try to at least be at the location to say that I was there and I
Yeah.
saw the magic
Yeah,
happening.
what was the movie that we were in? Extras? Was it Anger Management?
Anger management.
But we were in a stadium, so you don't know
Yeah,
if we were actually
yeah.
in it.
And I was
you know?
extra.
They're
in,
filming. They film a lot in Keyport now.
Yeah, they do.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix is gonna be in by what Ford
Yes.
something.
Oceanport.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
actually had come. One of the ladies from town came in and asked if we wanted to be considered for anything, and they said, "Yeah." Oh, I said,
Like,
"Of
yes,
course, yes."
absolutely.
Oh, so there's
So they
scouts
took
going around?
pictures
Wow.
And then video, and they asked us, and we gave them a synopsis of that, and they asked us if we would be a prop shop if they needed.
wow.
And I said yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we will.
So
Yeah.
we're on their list.
like
of
a
that.
needful things type of thing.
Yeah. But it was
There's
really
a running
great.
joke about this place.
Well, it's like needful things.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like a recurring theme.
Which
But-
is awesome because who doesn't love Stephen King?
Well,
Yeah,
that's funny. Is that We go to Salem every year.
Oh my God.
We love
We just went
Salem.
to
Yeah, we do too. We just went
I
last
saw that.
October.
I mean,
Oh
I've been to
yeah,
Maine, I
so
haven't
we
been
go
to,
for the horror night, the horror.
oh, actually,
the parade.
No, we go for the Witches Ball on Hawthorne.
Ooh,
Well,
the
we say that.
Horathon. Yeah,
we go for those parties.
Yeah, there's an actual party.
Yes, there is, and this year,
It's like, who's throwing something
and
at me?
this year is Stephen King. It's the
So,
theme.
that's
So
Stephen
you
King
go with
Marathon?
anything as no. It's
Oh,
a
okay,
party.
the theme.
It's
Oh, I
a
love
party.
it. You know,
so
I love
the
themes.
theme. It's called Hawthorne's Lot. So it's anything Stephen King.
There's gonna be so many good ones. I mean, there's gonna be obvious, and then there's gonna be.
Yeah.
I love the ones that are really
Rick's
deep
is
cuts.
awesome, but I ain't saying anything. So
No,
I'm
don't
very
say it.
excited about
Don't say it.
I
Don't say
yeah.
it.
But
I
we'll
don't.
look
Yeah,
forward to that.
I don't get to go to Salem. I gotta stay here.
we were Salem
She's
last
funny.
year.
Yeah, last
I'm
last
finished.
October, and
Last
as you could
October,
tell
yeah.
when you go there, they treat it now like Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
Mardi Gras.
it's-
Oh, it's Mardi Gras from middle of September
Yeah.
till November, like
But
first
I gotta
week of
say,
November.
Keyport's doing some really cool stuff for October. We
Yeah.
have a zombie walk. It's our second zombie walk
Nice.
this year.
Yeah, I think we
Um,
wanted to come to see
yeah,
it last
well,
year.
Yeah, this last year was on the Sunday. This year it's a Saturday, so I think it'll be bigger. But it was pretty big. It was pretty
Mhm.
packed.
There's a lot more horror happening all year round.
Definitely. And then we've got October 26th, the Halloween weekend. We have our third Witches Day Out. We have our third
Oh, I love that.
Bewitched Festival.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Bewitched,
Bewitched.
like the show.
well, I mean, Bewitched.
Oh, okay.
Because
I have a really.
well, I mean, I guess.
No,
sort
no,
of.
no,
I'm not gonna say I have a
No,
really good
we'll
idea,
tell
and we'll talk to you guys
Okay.
about
Yeah,
it.
we don't wanna
We
bring
don't
it.
want to do it.
But we
No.
want to get it established before, so somebody
Of
doesn't
course,
run
you
with
have
our
to.
idea.
Yeah,
We
So,
have to.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah,
do
we
the
do
same
that a lot. We keep a lot of things
Yeah.
close, but
We have a lot of
Um,
cool stuff.
yeah. So I mean, that works out really well for me with the ghost tour and everything. That's like, this is definitely the place for us to be in New Jersey.
So
This sounds
since you do this all the time
Mhm.
and you love horror, is there someone that was like your ultimate? Did you ever meet your ultimate person that you
Well,
wanted?
I mean,
to
I
meet?
met George. He was a sweetheart.
He
I
met-
met-
I-
We met Alice
we met
twice
Alice
now.
Twice.
Mhm.
Alice was a gorgeous human being. That's another reason why. I mean, they were just so down to earth people
They usually
that they
are.
deserved it.
Yeah.
They deserved the holiday.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
did. And we told
One day
Alice,
they'll give me a holiday.
you never know.
John's gonna block it the whole time.
But my brother's already looking into doing other holidays.
Yeah.
I put in for a holiday. I'm not going to tell anybody until it gets
Okay.
Yeah,
passed.
if it gets
whatever.
passed. if it gets
But I
passed.
have another one as well, which
Yeah.
was going to have to do with Charles Adams. So
Oh no, I thought you meant the other one that we wrote
The
in
one we
for.
just did.
Yeah. We'll
Mm.
see if it gets passed.
Audrey, we did
Secrets, all secrets.
one in honor of Audrey. I'm
For
just
a little
hoping it's going to.
several hours,
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't want to tell too much.
Yeah, no, that's
about it.
cool.
We get that.
But yeah, so Alice was very touched when we told him that we created a holiday
Yeah,
for
we
him.
met him the second time.
You should have saw the look in his eyes. It was like him on Christmas Day. It was
Aw.
amazing because I said, not only did we create a holiday for you, but it's a day of charity because he does his Solid Rock.
Yeah.
So and we have Solid Rock, which Alice does, and then the Garf Network. I don't know if you ever heard of the Garf Network, but that is the George A. Romero Foundation, which Suzanne created in his honor, George's honor, and that puts kids to film school
Yeah,
that
young
can't afford
That's
it.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That's so cool.
So they could be the next George Romero, the
Yes.
next, Toby
I love
Hooper or
that.
whatever. So yeah, I met Toby. What I gotta say is actually, nowadays it's they make it hard for you because you got to pay a lot of money to meet
Yes.
people.
We used to go.
Not a long time ago, it used to be you paid to go and then
Yeah.
you waited online. If you
Yeah.
wanted anything signed, you paid that. But if you just wanted to stand there and do this,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would get it for
Yeah,
nothing.
and
You didn't
now
have
we
to
have-
pay.
now you have to pay for
We-
a selfie.
We used to go to when we started. Well, Chris went to horror conventions before me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started taking me to horror conventions, and we used to go
Fango.
every January.
That was the
Fango
thing.
Weekend of Horrors in New York City.
Chiller was ours.
So
Yeah.
that's
Chiller Theater was ours.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we've been going to Chiller since like the first year.
first year.
because we would
Really?
go.
That
And
started
get
being a
August?
store.
we would
yeah.
get our tickets at the store in Sea Caucus, like
Yeah.
for
Yeah, well,
Chiller.
yeah.
Yeah. But
But back in the day,
Fango.
Those
Yeah.
were the days.
those were the golden years of conventions.
because you would pay one price and it would not be that expensive. What was it,
Yeah.
like $20?
Yeah, they would watch the
Yeah.
panel, and then afterwards they would do a signing.
Yeah.
They
For
do
the-
party.
take a
They do
picture.
like a party with like a like a band would perform. type
Well,
of
Chiller
thing
still
in
does
Chiller.
that, right? I mean,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
still do that.
but
They
it's
do, but
pricey.
yeah, everything's pricey. Everything people can't afford now, and people are smart. Like these, I mean, the agents are smart, and it's not only always the actors or the musicians; it's those agents, whatever. So you want to wait behind closed doors, so like in the back of where someone's playing in a club, and they will
They don't do that anymore.
not come out
No.
anymore
Yeah.
because they want you to pay for these
Meet
VIP
and greets,
things.
Right.
Yeah.
Meet and greets, which could go for thousands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I met almost everybody I wanted to in the horror.
Well, except for
field.
people that probably like
I mean,
Vincent
we
Price
even
or-
met. We met Vincent Price's daughter, which she's
Yeah,
the
Vic-
closest
I
ever.
met her.
Yeah.
What
and
a
I-
nice woman.
And I met
Sarah
Bella
Karloff.
Lugosi.
Yeah,
I met Sarah
his
Karloff
son.
and Bella's son.
Yeah, we met them many years ago.
Yeah.
But Roger Corman, we even you weren't with me.
No, I didn't mean
I
that.
got to meet him, and I was going to art school at the time, and I did a oil of the bat, the Vincent Price
Price.
movie.
Yes.
I love that movie.
So I actually have him holding. I gave him
Love Vincent Price.
yeah.
They're
he's
coming
the
out with
man.
an action figure of him, I think, NECA.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's him, but it's him holding a skull that it's articulated. Look up Big Bad Toy Stuff.
Oh, that
It's
sounds
on there.
awesome.
He's
Yeah.
one of our heroes. I mean,
Well, didn't they do
Yeah.
the one with the cartoony?
yeah,
Yes,
the
Toonie
Toonie Terrors.
Toonie Terrors.
I
Yes,
love the
for
sculpts.
research,
I love the
Sarah.
sculpts of
Yes,
Tony
we
Terror.
Yeah,
should.
they're really good. So I actually am one of my favorite movies is Halloween, of course.
Of course.
And I was working in the city, and I waited, I think it was 6 hours. I was first online. Jamie Lee Curtis was
We met her.
part of
Sweetheart.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's absolutely.
She gave
So
us a
her
hug and
assistant
everything.
came out and said, "So you're waiting for Jamie for how long?" I said, 6 hours.
My whole life.
Well worth it.
She's like, "Jamie wants to spend time with you, but
Aw.
she's just gonna do her thing, and then she's all yours." And I was like,
Can I chase her?
Wow.
So
Can I chase
she
her
did
down?
they did the doll. Madame Alexander did the doll, and she wrote the book. It was at FAO, so she came and she did it. She was like, whatever, but she wrote on the doll sleeve. It said, "To my almost mother-in-law." I was just like, she was awesome, like one of the best people you ever. want to
Yeah,
meet.
yeah, and a lot of people. There's some people that don't get her. They don't
Yeah.
get her vibes or
Oh.
energy. But if
She's
you
wonderful.
do, you'll fall in love
Yeah.
with
Like
her.
Chris said, when we met her at there's a bookstore up in North Jersey.
Bookends.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So thanks to Bookends, we met a lot of people.
Yeah, but we met her, and we met her father too. Like
Oh, Tony Curtis,
years
what a
before.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Jamie, like we asked her, I think I asked her, "Can I have a hug?" She gave us
Had
both
no
hugs,
problems.
No problem.
Yeah, she's a hugger.
She signed my Halloween DVD, and then she put special lipstick on and she kissed it. So I thought that was
Wow,
good.
that's class there.
One of the best people you ever really want to meet.
Yeah,
So-
she does not disappoint
No.
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean that movie still gets me.
Oh yeah,
I love
Halloween's
it.
scary. I
It's
mean,
terrifying.
it's a really scary.
Gorgeous movie.
I'll keep
Yeah.
on saying what happened was that I saw Halloween. They used to play things on like afternoon movies on like Channel 5.
Yeah.
When I was like a kid or a teenager, and I watched it in my parents' bedroom on their TV, and it was like broadcast, and it was like still scary.
Mhm.
I mean, even like on an afternoon movie. Same thing with Alien. I watched the first Alien as an afternoon
Oh, I
movie.
struggle with that movie.
And it was scary.
It's
I
scary.
mean, those are like two of the scariest movies ever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver's really nice too.
You met her?
Yeah.
Oh,
was
see
on
that-
Oh, look,
That's
now
on
one's
the
gonna
list.
name drop.
Name
Listen
drop.
to
That
you.
is on the
So
wish
she
list.
was on the TKTS line waiting, and people berated her for like.
Oh, she
for
was.
waiting
Yeah.
online
She
for
was-
tickets.
Wow.
And she was very nice to me. I wasn't really like, I was handing out flyers. That was a long time ago when I lived in the city, and she was really very nice. But she ended up leaving because people made her feel like
Too
crap.
much. Yeah.
And I'm like,
You-
why?
That's why I
What
don't.
does it bother you?
I don't bother people anymore. And that's where we are in life. It's like you realize that you want to give these people their privacy.
Yeah.
When you're a silly kid, you're not thinking of that. you
No,
know?
but
Yeah.
I
We
was
were-
just excited that it's Sigourney Weaver. From Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Aliens,
Yeah.
and it's like,
We were coming back from San Diego Comic-Con one year, and Kevin Smith was on the same plane as us, and I was like, "Should we no, I can't. I can't be the person that like rips off that Band-Aid because then he's going to be like stuck
Yeah.
talking to
Yeah.
everybody.
Well,
Speaking of, well, hold that thought. So
Okay.
you know what I was going to talk.
there's
about.
only a few people that we've waited like 6 hours to meet, and one of them was Carrie Fisher, which was well worth it.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Carrie Fisher?
Yeah, we waited like at
'cause
least 5 hours.
Me and my brother. Well,
we go to Star Wars
we're gonna
celebrations.
Star Wars
Of course.
celebration.
Yeah, we just love
I'm like,
culture.
of course.
Yeah, but the fact is, like,
I have a dog named Obi.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
So we could talk about stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like
For
right.
another- that's another conversation.
Don't open that
For
seal.
another day.
Um,
Yeah, so Carrie, we waited online at
Yeah.
the celebration,
yeah.
and she was amazing.
Yeah.
So down to earth,
She
like
actually-
you would think.
Okay.
And then also Kevin Smith. We waited like 6 hours in the heat.
I think it was even more
in the
than
summer
that.
heat. It was
Yeah.
like a whole day.
And this is when
It
it
was
was
like
like,
morning
yeah.
to like the sun going down.
It was
Yeah.
at Secret Stash, not the one, not the location right now, the one
Yeah,
before.
and
that.
we
Yeah.
thought he was like we thought that was the only chance we would ever get to meet Kevin.
Now you see him
Now
everywhere.
he's everywhere.
Yeah, now
He's always at
always
Smod Castle,
Castle,
yeah.
and
So it was another. Do you remember ever hearing? It's in Massachusetts. It was called Spooky World.
oh yeah, we were just there.
We were just there.
But
New
they
Hampshire.
just did it. But they moved.
They moved.
Yeah, it's in New
Yeah,
Hampshire
So
now.
Spooky World used to
be
be
in Berlin,
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Yes.
Yeah.
and I waited online forever because the weekend they had, right? So it was Freddy Krueger, Linda
Robert
Blair,
Allen, plus.
Thank you.
right? And then it was
Oh, Linda's there too.
Linda was there,
Wow.
and so
Linda, you're
was
welcome.
and so was Elvira.
Oh,
And I waited
Elvira.
forever for that. I
Three,
was the first
three
person.
huge
that-
icons of horror.
Oh,
We-
they
we-
were. I mean, the nicest, down to earth
Elvira,
people.
yes. We
Oh,
met her
Elvira's.
We
multiple
met
times.
Elvira twice.
One time through Kevin Smith,
'Cause we were
through his Secret
comic book
Stash.
men.
Cool.
Yeah. We first met Elvira at a beer signing that she had the brew, the Moon Brew, and that was in Linden, and we were over the moon for that one.
Yeah.
And then we saw her again at Chiller.
Yeah.
As Cassandra.
Right. She doesn't dress up anymore. She don't like
Wait.
because she's.
We met her that one time as Cassandra.
Was it?
Yeah.
Or was it Elvira?
No,
And
she was-
I said hi to her.
No, Cassandra.
Yeah.
We met her the 2 other times is Elvira.
She's my.
But yeah, Elvira,
hero.
Yeah.
Robert, awesome
They're
person.
awesome, awesome guy.
And I mean, he's a Gemini. He's so his acting is so he has so much depth
Yeah.
because he
yeah.
started out
People don't realize.
his earlier role was Willie in V.
I loved that miniseries.
Me too.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
I
was a good
loved
one.
it.
I got the doll.
Yeah.
That has to
Yeah.
take the face off. And I have the books. And
Yeah, I read the books.
I mean,
too.
I met with like George Romero. I met him at
George?
Chiller. Yeah, he was great. I signed the.
the trowel?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have that. And then I met
which is the best scene I think
it
in the
was-
movie.
well, that one, and then of course the one-liner from that movie.
Oh yeah, Barbara. Yeah.
But I met her, and she was really sweet.
Barbara?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
My
yeah.
mother hated that
She's-
movie. So
It's
when
a
we were
scary
younger
movie.
in Staten Island, my
Creepy.
father
movie.
had
Yeah.
to drive in, leave the keys in the car, but drive because it was a circular, and it would be facing just to get out, just in case anything happened. My mother was like, "I'm leaving you.
What?
We're out." It was a
I don't have to
cemetery
run. I don't
But it
have
was
to
my
run
father had
fast,
to
just
walk
faster than you.
because she was petrified.
At that time, she really
Petrified.
thought that could
Yeah.
happen.
Have you ever
She
been
hated
to Evans
that.
City where they filmed?
movie?
No.
It screwed her up.
This thing.
Oh,
Like
it
Psycho
was-
would for the shower and
Yeah.
Jaws for the
Oh,
water.
yeah, I
and
heard-
Absolutely.
That
it
was
bad.
it screwed up
She hated
the
it.
cemetery for a lot of people.
Yeah.
My
My
son's-
father used to torture her and say, "They're coming to get you, Barbara." And there was just like,
It's terrifying.
but I had the lady write it on the DVD and
Nice.
gave it to my mother. This is
But Judith
But she
O'Day
took
is
Joan,
one.
yeah.
What was probably one of the best people I ever met because she is such a sweetheart, and you're talking to a film icon.
Yeah.
Made film history, and
But you know what? There's people that recognize that they're icons because people are their fans. And they respect that relationship, and they're good.
But
to
let's
their
face
fans.
it. I think the word icon is thrown around quite loosely now.
Well,
Not everybody's an icon.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, because if
Agreed.
you look at the group that is there, like Vincent Price, you know,
I mean,
Roger Corman, you know, you have
Christopher Lee.
Christopher
Peter-
Lee,
yeah, those
Peter
are-
Cushing,
that-
Cushing.
those are those are
Christopher Lee.
icons. Those go that you know, you're not looking at some, you know, Megan. It's not like
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
It's
I
just
see
not
no,
to
I
me
totally.
that, you know, but I'm a big 80s fan of horror. Like I met Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh,
we were
I was just talking about
yesterday.
that. Yeah,
And she's was in
Cannibal Run,
oh yeah,
Fog,
with
the
yeah,
Creep Show.
with the, yeah,
Creep
but
shows.
Swamp Thing.
Fog.
the
Escape
Fog.
to New York.
That's my one of my
That's
favorite
Gregory
movies.
loves that
Yeah.
movie.
I love
yeah.
that movie.
I wanted to get back just real quick to talk about what you guys are doing coming up
Okay.
because we're already been talking for an hour. I want to
Sorry.
make sure that you
Which-
get enough visibility
Yes.
on your upcoming events. So can you tell us a little bit about the Hot Rods and
I Would Horror.
I Heard Horror?
Hot Rod.
Hot Rods, Ice Cream Jamboree.
Yeah.
Let's see. We gotta.
So there it is.
We can-
Yeah. My brother wrote
Oh,
in
I
the
think it's
new
backwards.
date there.
Because we still had the old flyer.
Yeah.
So
So
I want to make sure that anyone that's local can actually come out and
Yeah.
see
it was
you guys.
supposed to be
And meet them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love everybody. We
Yeah.
love hugs. So many hugs to go around always. But
Sweaty hugs nowadays.
and the ice cream there is deliciously good.
Yeah, it is.
You've had it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chad used to
Yeah,
have
he
this
used
place
to have
over here.
another
Oh,
second.
we did. Yeah,
the
I know.
gourmet Italian, the
Yeah.
the
We're
poor
really
guy,
upset
yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
For him, he's been in a
It's
bad
rough.
place because of it. But we were supposed to have this event the other day, but it was like everybody
About
was
Sunday.
forget about the ice cream. People were going to be literally melting in that
Oh, yeah.
weather.
Yeah,
So-
it was like soup. It was like hot soup outside, and
It was
I
bad.
love the heat.
Oh,
It
you
was-
do?
Oh, I do. I
Mm.
love it.
See, I'm totally.
I hate this
love
time of
it.
year.
I love it. I'm like a lizard. I'll sit on that hot rock for as long
That's
as
what
possible.
makes you very unique because usually people they're into like like
It's one of
if
the.
you're like-
It's one of the things that makes me unique.
if you're like a vampire or a witch or into gothic stuff, you of course you don't like the sun or or the
Get
heat,
inside.
whatever. But I mean, yeah. Like I was gonna say, I was actually gonna name drop New Orleans being a big part with vampires and
Yeah,
stuff
it's
like
my
that.
my favorite place.
Yeah, we have family there.
Orleans, yeah.
But yeah, so getting back to the hot rod thing, so it wouldn't have been good the other day. Chad made the call. And I was crushed.
He was crushed.
I was crushed because I had a lot of things that
I can tell you were crushed in the message you sent me. I was like, oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah, well, and Gregory told me that we felt so bad because people like you were so excited about
Yeah.
coming and doing it. But thank God we have most everybody coming back.
Excellent.
We had to switch out one act or whatever because we have live music.
Yep.
It's kind of like what we do with we wanted to do this this ice cream thing and this car thing like we do everything else, like we do our I Heart Horror Day. So we called in all of our favorites and we try to
I just see us with like the red phone or something.
I know.
Hey, but it's just,
the red phone. I like that.
it's like an '80s video when you have all the little people in the little
Yeah.
boxes.
The I Heart Horror phone. I
Well,
like
now,
that.
yeah, now that's what I'm gonna say when you guys, yeah,
Along with the
little beep,
along with the
beep,
slutty
beep.
milkshake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about ice cream, so that's why
Hashtag.
it popped right back into
Well,
my head.
maybe never mind. Okay, I'm just going down a path. Okay,
So,
so anyway, back to July 7th.
so coming up July 7th,
Bands.
most of them are going to be coming back.
Yeah.
We're trying to do like the goal is to have a car show and a horror convention. So you will see people from the paranormal there. You will see people like Joe Recchia, which is his creepy pieces of artwork.
Phenomenal artwork,
Yeah.
which you can also see at the Parlour.
which he mentioned to you, but that he was working on the sculpture
Yeah.
of the main prize,
Yes.
which is gorgeous. It's exactly
Oh,
what I
it's
wanted him to
exactly-
do. Because I had this crazy idea because I'm an artist myself, but I'm not a sculptor, right? So go to the person that they do it on a daily basis,
yeah.
and I'm like, Joe Recchia, I see those teeth guys and the little eyeballs, and I'm like, that's perfect. I see ice cream scoops, and put it in it,
He's so good.
and put it in a boat, put it in an ice
Like
cream
a
boat
Sunday
with
boat.
wheels on it as a car, like you would, and he did exactly what I saw in my
Yeah,
head.
he's brilliant.
He's great.
That's
We
ex-
saw him and we were dumbfounded by
Yeah.
how great he was.
So you'll see this sculpture, this one of a kind sculpture that he did at the show. for when the winner wins it, and we invite any type of car, old oldie classics, whatever.
As long as they're not like,
if you want to
So
bring,
you don't want like my Volkswagen there. It's fine.
if you want to bring, bikers come, bring trucks or whatever. We just look at things, that your vehicles which you love that you want to, show to everybody.
Hearses.
But yeah, we're eventually what I want to build is the hearse thing.
Yeah.
And we're also trying to get more movie cars that have to do with like horror or
That's
campy horror, like the Dracula and stuff like that.
I
And
think he was there, wasn't he?
yeah. Tom Gebhardt, he will be back. He's bringing 3 fan Ghostbuster cars and trucks.
So much
And the
fun. I
18.
love the Ghostbuster things. Oh,
And we have the
I love it so
18
much.
and the Death Proof guy's coming back, Brian. He stores his show right down the road from where it is,
Cool.
so it's really easy for him. But I just thought we lost him because it's a busy time of the year and it's an amazing car. If you're into Death Proof, the movie, you'll get to take photo ops with the
Oh my
car at
gosh,
our
what's
show.
Holly saying?
Get ready to rev your engines and scream with delight.
Oh,
At
that's
the
smart.
iHeart Horror.
Yeah,
and
that's
Hot
smart.
Rod.
Yep.
There you go.
There's all the information, everybody.
That's why Holly's amazing and why she's vice president to Iron Horror. So and on top of the whole fun of things, we're going to be giving a good portion of the proceeds to the VMRC, which is the Veterans Military Resource Center
That's
of
great.
Ocean County. I never served. My brother never served, but most of our family did, and we're both very patriotic people.
Chris is born on Flag Day.
We never take for granted what the military sacrifice for us every day. So and what better time this summer, which is the most patriotic time of the year with Memorial Day and 4th of July and such. So we're going to be giving the money through the registration of the cars. Is going to directly go to that.
Nice.
VMRC. Also, the booths, the table fees for anybody that is coming to sell their wares. And then also, we have a special Sunday, which is going to be called the iHeart Horror Sunday.
Yeah.
And portions of that will also go to our
I
charity.
think that's what
Holly said.
no,
She mentioned-
Jennifer says it should be on the
Jen.
menu of Monster Ice
our
Cream.
Jen?
So
Jen Vala.
Hi, Jen. Jen is our she does all the at our meeting. She's the secretary or
was a
minutes person?
minute taker.
she's
Yeah.
a minutes
Hi,
person.
Jen.
Yeah.
Whatever. So she's very important to us. She's the one of the team that we speak of, and volunteers that so graciously give our time, their time to us on long events.
those are long days.
Yeah.
Day events is people don't realize if you're going to one of these conventions, not just the day itself is incredibly long, but all that prep. That's why I was a little nervous. I was afraid you guys wouldn't be able to be on tonight because I'm like, if you still have this event coming, you probably have a lot of work to do still.
It's been like one thing after another because I had an endoscopy yesterday. And then on top of it, our turtle tank sprung a leak.
Sprung a leak when we had to go for his endoscopy yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Wait, you have turtles?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait.
Yeah, we
No
have
one
2
here
turtles.
heard about the turtles.
We have
We have a menagerie.
Are they okay?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
We have
Our
one
turtle's this
large
big.
one. Her name is April.
Yeah.
And then we have because originally we had a large one, which I didn't know the sex at first or whatever. But you
didn't know
noticed
that.
that her shell was getting bigger than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we looked it up thanks to Google, whatever, and found out she was a female. Because originally she was called Gamera.
Oh,
I love it. That's why she got so big.
Yeah.
That's why she was growing.
It's
We have-
radiation. Yeah.
We originally had 5 turtles. Now we're only down to 2.
Yeah, and it was like the 10 Little Indians, like one thing, one
Like all this like messed
Really
up things
sad
that I
and-
never
and-
heard of before.
and
like,
disastrous things happened to this
Like,
one and then that one.
like when it comes to like nature, there's once you have like pets, you
realize
things that you've never
would
known
have never
before.
thought of.
Yeah.
like there's this thing called have you ever prolapse?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before
I
until
work with animals during my day job.
Oh,
so
yeah.
when it
There's such a
happened
good balance.
for
I don't know.
that's what happened to the one poor turtle. That's what happened to him because he had prolapse and,
Oh,
And-
poor thing.
Yeah, and the other person thought it was food.
and bit it.
Yeah, so like I said, 10 Little Indians in the most violent ways, unfortunately. But on a happier note,
Yes, please. Let's
Let's go on a happier note.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Ice
No.
cream.
Ice cream.
get back to the ice cream. I'm actually,
Ice cream
Look,
Sunday.
ice cream.
Slutty milkshake.
I was gonna go there. You beat me on that.
Wait, we were going to talk about Vera Farmiga before.
What about
You were-
Vera?
Remember, we were going to talk about
we-
Vera Farmiga before.
We're gonna mention her.
No, the fact about not going up to people when they're like celebrities.
Oh yeah, well that was the last person that we met. I mean, I work for PNC, and I can't talk to
Yeah.
any of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they can only talk to me,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But we went to see a friend of mine hooked me up with tickets for Anthrax. My friend Daniel, that one of the supervisors. So we were upstairs in the VIP section, and we said, "Man, that person looks like Vera Farmiga." So I'm the person that will always go and say, "Hey, you Vera Farmiga?" And she was so sweet and so down to earth. But you gotta like get in there, say what you said.
Yeah. You didn't want to like be lingering, because then people would be like,
and then they ruin their night.
Yeah.
So you want her to think. You want people to think that this is just a general person at a show. She actually
see you, Jay. I'm not posting that.
She's actually good friends with Scott Ian, and that's why she was there.
Yeah.
And we had no idea, but we got in there, took the quick picture, made like we were old friends, and left. So people wouldn't be like, if it's a star.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be star.
It's funny that like afterwards she was like not that far away from us when we were in the crowd. Remember?
Yeah. It's ironically how that works.
I'm starstruck all the time.
Yeah, me too. I still to this day, I still get nervous. I still freak out.
So Rick worked for Macy's, and he worked for the floats and the balloon part of it for branded entertainment. So he did quite a bit of things for that. So I was a celebrity escort. So everybody for 16 years
they were going to the parade.
In the parade.
Oh my goodness!
I met every single one of them.
Could you just imagine for a minute?
Every
you must have
single
been like
one of them.
screaming.
I was.
Okay.
I had everybody from
Is the
Miley
ultimate job.
Cyrus, Jonas Brothers, Raven Simone, Kelsey
talk about like the best job ever.
See me.
Oh,
I mean, I want to just march in the parade. But
Lucy Hale was one of my favorites. You know who Lucy Hale is?
Tell me.
She was in a horror movie,
She's on. Is she the one that's born on your birthday, Lucy?
She
Hale?
was in one of my favorite shows.
Oh,
I know, Pretty Little Liars.
Lucy Hale.
Sounds so
She's on your
familiar.
birthday, Chris.
Oh, she's one of my birthday
Yeah, she's
people.
on your birthday.
Birthday
people.
twin.
I'm actually finding out more people to do with horror on June 14th, which is fantastic.
We just missed your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate that. Yeah. What time? We're looking at the time.
I know. She's
So,
kicking us off.
So,
Because we can't replay it if it's too
okay.
long.
Okay.
bye-bye.
One more question. Anybody have any more questions before?
Yeah, please tell us all the charities that you guys work with.
Yes.
Well, of course, the main one is the Bora Heart and Lung.
Yes,
That's
down
what we
Browns
do our
Mills.
big show every
Yeah.
year for them. We're actually we got a new venue which we're happy about because we could do more with it. But
Because we're outgrowing the VFW.
Yeah,
yeah,
because
that's a great problem to have, right?
Yeah.
You got to make it bigger.
but we don't want to leave. We don't want to leave the VFW. But I mean, it's getting a little tight in there. So, and we don't know if we'll be as lucky to have a show outside like we did last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
last
spring-
year the weather
That was
Yeah.
spring
perfect.
weather outside
Yeah.
on February.
Yeah.
The year before that was you weren't there because you came the second year, but that was the coldest day of the
year.
year.
Yeah.
It was like under zero. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
No,
yeah. So, but we were
that's a
actually
horror movie for me.
we're starting. We want to continue to partner up with all these charities and nonprofits. And we're going to call them Friends of iArt Horror. Some ideas I've been coming up with.
So is there anybody is on your website, is there a place that if someone can't come or wants to donate or wants to participate
thank
or
you for
be a level of whatever you were talking?
that's actually so thanks to things like teams and volunteers, we now have meetings. And we had the two meetings we had the Bora ladies sit in with
The
us.
first two meetings.
Oh, great.
And they want
Yeah.
us to succeed. They never work with somebody
so closely before.
as they go up, as they work on, as they go up the ladder or whatever. So they've been giving us amazing ideas and amazing opportunities. We're going to go visit them in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be in the Bora Heart and Lung magazine.
Yeah,
We're going to be
fall-
interviewed for the
fall
fall
Oh,
issue.
that's so nice.
They're
Yeah.
awesome. They helped my grandmother.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're all. I mean, I got nothing but good things told to me
They've
about
been
the
nothing but
Bora or
wonderful.
whatever. So yeah, we're actually working on a tier thing for sponsors for our next show. I just wanted to get past this this car show, and
Yeah.
you know, and that's what like
It's a
kind
lot
of
of
threw
work.
me off, because like now I got to wait 2 weeks,
Yeah,
and
he
there's
was
so
like,
more things that I want to go on to the next thing, but I got to keep on promoting this now that people, a lot of people thought it was that day.
Yeah,
I'm going to
but
remind them we have a new date and such.
But you know what? It'll probably be bigger and better than it would have been
I'm
that
thinking,
day.
I'm thinking that. I mean, Chris he's bummed because there's different people that are going to be coming instead of like
The right
original
people will be there.
Yeah,
The people who need to be there will be there.
Think
Yeah.
positive. That's all.
Yeah.
and I think it's going to be better.
Good
I
attitude.
mean,
Yeah.
hopefully better weather. You
Yeah,
know?
maybe it'll be cooler, so you
Yeah.
get more people.
Yeah, you know, we're
There's
wishing
more
for the.
time that people have been promoting it now.
Plus, it's
Oh.
also a long weekend for people.
That's
Yeah.
what I said. I mean, some people think
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
July
4th
4th
of
thing.
July weekend.
But
it's a
I
long
think,
weekend.
like people are going to want something. They're going to be done with going on their vacations.
Yeah.
They're going to want to have something to do.
Yeah, and a
Okay.
lot of
You know?
people aren't really going. They don't have the money to do that.
To-
Like a
to go out of
staycation.
state,
Just need a little
Yeah.
more time
They
to
say
make some more
local.
things
They want
that
to
I
do
wanted to
local
bring.
fun stuff, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But that's why we do these local things. It's just that it gets. I know you like
I lo-
heat, but
But I'll tell you this:
I
all
love
your
the local
horror
stuff, though.
fans that want to spend money, they are around. They're not really
Yeah.
going that much.
Yeah.
They're going to be there.
well, those are the people we want. I mean, we want people with good
Absolutely.
hearts, and you know, we don't do this for money. We don't take one penny for ourselves.
No,
So
I got that. I know that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's great. But I think that sometimes there's people that are out there that would love to know that they could go on your site and they can donate money because it's a good cause.
yeah, thank
Well,
you, thank you
yeah.
for that. So check out our site, which is iHeartHorror.net.
Yep, we got that running
Thank
down
you.
here. You guys can
We
take a look
Thank
at
we
you.
that.
also have merch on there. A lot of people they want to join into the community and proudly wear these this
Well, right
shirt
here.
like this.
It's
whatever.
such a good shirt.
This logo, which is Igor. He's called Igor, the OG.
That's his name, Igor.
Yeah, Igor, the OG. And get yourself a shirt and patch and button. It goes to Bora, and it also goes
Awesome.
to our merch girl, which is she's like putting the money out to make these things and taking the time to make them. So she gets a few bucks, but I mean they're mostly going to people to march on and say let's make a difference.
That's amazing.
So I know that we want to cut it short so we could at least replay it
Yeah.
again. So if you guys check them out, come check us out July 7th over there in Matawan. It's 347B Matawan Road. Yeah.
Yeah, Matawan.
And it's in the Town Square Shopping
yeah.
Plaza. Come out, show your support. Throw a couple bucks and for a great cause. It's an awesome. These guys are great. They're consistently walking around, introducing themselves to people and vendors.
I
and
saw
talking.
signs for the other event. I saw them everywhere. You guys did such a good job with that.
Yeah, we were going
You guys
we were,
did such a
with the
good-
last,
with the last
we
one.
were,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
were canvassing. We do that every year.
Yeah.
We're hoping to. I have big ideas. I just get those sponsors, and we'll
Yeah.
hopefully be
If
on
you want a
billboards,
sponsor,
so-
reach out to them. Reach out to Holly or Jen or
Yep. Well, you
Someone-
can probably
I
contact
remember the
you.
name.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
Harvard.
that was good. You remember
Yeah.
the two names dropped
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
iHeartHorror.net has all of our socials, so it goes to our
Excellent,
email
excellent,
and all that
awesome.
stuff.
Yeah,
the
what
guys
more
are
about what we
awesome.
do.
They really, really
Upcoming
are.
events is
Thank
on
you,
there
John.
as well. Thank you, John. We love you.
We love you guys too. So we love being a part of it. So
Yeah, this is a really.
we met some really great people because of you guys.
That's
We're
what it's
Sarah
so-
about.
says this was an awesome tea.
Aw.
Thanks,
Sarah,
Sarah.
But
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
so I appreciate you guys taking the time.
Oh,
to
I
come
do
in
too.
here.
Thank you so much, especially last minute. I kind of asked you
Yeah.
a little last minute, so thank you.
We kept asking.
So
I kept
win-win.
saying, when are they coming? When are they coming?
You invite us into one of the coolest places with
Yeah.
two of the coolest people.
Oh,
why would
thank you
why would we ever
very
say
much.
no?
I appreciate that. I
We
appreciate
jumped on that.
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys
And
are awesome.
yeah, come see us July 7th in Matawan.
From
347,
49.
349. You'll
Yeah.
see it. You'll see
Yeah.
it. It's
We're posted on our
Town
thing
Square
as well.
Shopping
Yeah.
Plaza. Yeah,
Show your
we'll
support.
continue to
And
talk
if you're
about it
further away and you can't do it, go on their website, figure out what they're and donate.
And we have a lot of upcoming events coming too, and they're all going to be always updated on
Yeah.
our website. So
Excellent.
check it
which
out.
is great.
We got a lot
Yeah.
of fun things coming
Yeah.
up though.
And there's some great vendors. Come visit.
Yes.
Seriously.
The best.
Yep.
We
The best of New
Absolutely.
Jersey.
we only have the best.
Yep. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time on Parlor Tea.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.